So hello, my name is Rob and this is Cattle Rabbit Scale Model Studios, and in this video it's all about Ironjawz. I love Ironjawz. I used to have a big Ironjawz army. I always regret getting rid of it. I love painting them up. I like the models themselves. I think they're a really good range. And in this video we are going to be taking a look at one of the newer kits. This is Zoggrok Anvilsmasha. Well, that's quite a name there. It's a really cool kit, and actually it does a lot of things differently compared to some of the previous Ironjawz stuff. So I thought I would just cover it. Firstly, big thanks to Josh. He got me this as a bit of a birthday present. I've only just picked it up. I really like this miniature. It comes with a couple of options. It's not too much to this kit, but it does do a few design things that are quite noteworthy. And obviously it comes with the very cool Anvil Squig. So let's open it up and have a look. Before I get into the box, anything else that I find, I'll leave in the description box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. So first thing you'll notice, he comes on a 50mm base and the little Squig comes on a 25. You get your instructions and you get this kind of half sprue. Now going into this, I will say models are subjective. You either like this one or you don't. However, you know, I'm a big Ironjawz fan. I like destruction as a faction in Age of Sigmar. It's my bread and butter. So I thought I'd point out some of the nicer parts of it. Obviously, there is the expected level of detail that Games Workshop always produce. It's very nice. The guy goes together in two halves, as you can kind of see here, and the chest plate stitches on. Then you've got the parts for the Squig. He's only made up of 3 individual components. Head options. You've got all these little gubbins that go around it. And a few weapon options, which I'll go over. Here it is from the back, as you can see here. Not too much dissimilar to how normal Ironjawz stuff goes together. However, as I build it later on, I will go through it and point it out to you. This is quite a cool kit. Now, looking at the instructions, obviously it is fairly simple. Obviously you've got your 2 bases. He goes together in 2 halves. The front, as I said, kind of like sticks onto the front of that. Then you've got this kind of apron that goes over the front, and then his plate that goes at the back. He's got this cool little bucket of flames and stuff. This guy's like a bit of a blacksmith type guy. As you can see here, you've got these kind of little pliers that go on his belt, and he's got the little parts of his wrist wraps that go on. And then it is literally just a choice of what weapon you want to give him. He's either got this kind of cool battered, melted flat blade thing, or these big clippers. Only one head option, and he obviously is standing on this pile of scrap and rubble. And then once again, you can see that the Squig goes together in 3 separate pieces. Not much to it, really. That's how he kind of should look. And then moving on to the instructions. Obviously, he's fairly beefy. He's got good, 7 wounds. He's got 3 up save. I think I'm going to be going for the big, like, molten metal bar, as it's -2 rend, 3 damage, and obviously he gets his hammer anyway, which is 3 attacks, 3s to hit, 3s to wound, -1, and a good 2 damage. So I'll make him a bit more aggressive. I always think Ironjawz just go with the heaviest hitting things. Don't worry about attacks. You want to hurt stuff. I will put up pictures of the sprues and the instructions at the end. So do, if you want to pause them, it'll be at the end of the video. Here you can see I'm just starting to put this guy together. Really nicely, actually. This kit goes together really well. There isn't much kind of like what I like to call movement in the miniature. Everything goes together quite flush, quite snug, and this is where I learned a few things about this miniature. So to begin with, this is how I'm going to be doing mine. This is my sub-assemblies. I'm just going to make him as he is, and you kind of notice that he's on this little scrap pile. He hasn't got his top or back bit on, but what's worth noting is that it's fully sculpted. Now, compared to old Ironjawz miniatures like the Brutes, a lot of the time the chest, it wasn't sculpted, nor was the back. You had this flat bit. So if you ever wanted them with their tops off, I guess in fitting with the new, I think they're called breakers or wreckers, you would have to do some extensive green stuff work. Not to say that you wouldn't on this. There is a little bit of belt missing where the front apron would go. However, it's not a lot, and I got to tell you, I really like this. It has a lot of good conversion potential as well, because the actual whole thing is kind of sculpted already. So you can actually make some really unique orc models. If you wanted to take this and move it into 40k, these would be great for something like the beast snaggers, you know, that kind of raw feral kind of orc, which is great. And I'm really, really glad that they have done this. As you can see, the top bit, it's got this kind of like recessed bit, and it just kind of sits on the top of it. And everything goes together really, really nicely actually on this kit, even at the front here. And I'll show you on the video if you kind of just watch it now. You put it in, and then you kind of just, it just pops into place like that. Like that's not going anywhere. So in actual fact, it's got a really, really good design. So in actual fact, you could paint the whole thing up. Some days you could have them with the top on, top off. If you attach the top to the apron type thing, you could probably get it all to go together in one piece with not much difficulty, which I, once again, really, really like. Once again, he's got these little like pop things that go on it, and you know, his arm things are going to be kept separately just because it makes it a little bit easier to paint. But I got to tell you, I was really impressed with this. I liked this miniature. I liked the new Ironjawz stuff. I like the new big pig. I like the breakers and the wreckers. Again, I think they look really, really cool. The new hard boys, great. The bit on screen here now is, in actual fact, I had to put a little skull on my one as I started painting him up off screen, and it pinged out my tweezers. I've been doing this nearly 6 years, and this is the only piece I have ever truly lost. I have no idea where it's gone. It's pinged off somewhere and it's gone. The other bit, which is quite cool, is the scrap of iron, metal type thing that he's standing on. As you can see here, there's a bit of a gap, and all it does, you push it in, and it's kind of got that like, almost like a satisfying click to it, and it's really, really sturdy. I think design-wise, this model gets everything I like about individual character kits right. See, I'm not sure on the price of this one. I think it's about £27, which might seem a little bit costly for one model. You do get the Squig with it as well, and there's only a couple of options. However, being an orc, he should be, and I haven't checked, compatible with some of the other orc heads, so you could probably swap them out pretty easily. But I got to admit, I really like this model. I like the potential it has, and I think the price, a bit subjective. I think the potential that it has to convert to other things is justified, especially if you go through like a third party, independent hobby store. You know, there's a lot you can do with this, and you know, I think there'll be some good conversions out there. I'm going to put them on the spinny thing now, once with the top off, once with the top on. But that's it from me in this video. Let me know if you like the new Ironjawz stuff. I'll see you all next time. God bless and take care.